Hello, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of what Course Materials does, how it works, and this is not going to be really detailed. I've got a link to send you for that, but this is just kind of in general how you would set something up. So when you are an instructor of record, so you show up in the official University of Utah website, your course will be assigned to you in Canvas, and you can publish them or you can have your unpublished courses. When it's tied to the Utah EDU master planning thing, all sorts of cool things happen. One of them is that your course is tied to what the students get to access when they register for your class. So that closed access is kind of like how the reserves used to work. So I have a class, but I'm not the instructor of record, but this is how it would generally work. So I go in here, I look for course materials. If you don't have that, I've got another video that is navigation list settings that you can take a peek at. So if course materials doesn't show up here, that's why. When I'm in the specific course that I want to add readings for, I click on course materials. You will be asked a question of how many weeks is the semester. Typically it's 16, or there's a variety of other settings. You can get help for that in the course materials guide, which I will send along with this. I've already got one set up for 16 weeks. And so my resources in general are saucy physics, policy and rhetoric, and polyvocal. But then, as well as the general ones, I've got ones that I can put in specific week readings. You get to determine that. How does that work? Let's do one. So if I was over in the library catalog, I could do a search for a title. So imagine I had done "And the Earth Did Not Devour Him." I would look that up, and I could find it in the catalog, and I could tell students how to find it and things like that. But the cool thing about this is way up here on the add, is just this innocent little add button. I can look for it because that's connected to the library catalog. So I can search from the library. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do, but this is the nuts and bolts. I'd search the library, and I could say, do I want to find books, ebooks, digital collections, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to leave that just blank, and I'm just going to search for "And the Earth Did Not Devour Him." And looks like this is our book. I'm looking to see, oh yeah, so there's a couple of editions. See, sometimes you have to look around, but what you would do is click on it. Oh, it even says it's an ebook. Hot dog. So you can put it in resources, or you can put it in week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put it in week number 2. And then here in the tag, you could say, hey students, read this, or you could include that in your announcements other places in Canvas. All you have to do is this right here. And then when you click on add, this goes to the library. There's no interventions involved. This goes to the library. I'm going to close this. And now in the course in week 2, this will appear. And your students will click on this, and they'll be logged in, and everything's going on. All these magical connections, and they'll have access to the book through whatever vendor that we have. So it might be ProQuest, it might be EBSCO, it might be something. And just like you said, there's the Spanish, and then we get into the English translation. And it's all wildly accessible for the ADA Title II. So somebody could use a screen reader. It would have tags of spaces, of like paragraphs or special punctuation and things like that. Isn't that cool? So that is how you would do it. Easy peasy.